Hey guys, it's Libby, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about starting therapy. Specifically, how do you know if you need it? How do you go about finding a therapist and paying for it? And all this fun stuff that goes into therapy. So stay tuned for that, but before I dive into that, I do want to just show you my outfit because I'm feeling myself, and Shein sent me this stuff for freezies and I'm really excited about it, so I'm going to show you. So this is dress number one. First off, cute little triangle cutout. I usually don't like asymmetrical things, but I'm feeling this one. So let's just beep, beep, back it up for a second, beep, beep. You see, we back up a little. We got ourselves a high slit, but a modest length. So it's like amazing. But hold on, I have one more outfit I want to show you. And then here's outfit number two. Cute flowy dress. Cute jacket, which I will show you up close because it's got some interesting texture and some cute buttons. But I do want to show you the sleeves of this dress, so let's take that off. I feel adorable in this dress, if I'm being completely honest. I feel adorable. So if you're interested in shopping Shein, I've got the links down for those products as well as a coupon code for 15% off your orders, so check that all out. But let's dive into this actual video. So first thing, let's talk about how to know if you need therapy. I'm going to start off by saying that literally everyone can benefit from therapy, including therapists. Therapists need therapy. They do it for a living, but they still need therapy, okay? So if you're wondering if you need it, you would benefit from it. But if you're looking for some more concrete signs, I've got a few for you. So first off, do you spend a lot of time in distress? Whether that's overwhelmed or anxious or depressed. And if you're wondering what a lot is, it's really whatever isn't okay for you. Like a little amount of discomfort in life is normal, it's part of life. But if it's to the extent that it's worrisome for you or troubling, it's a problem. It could be that you're distressed for 10 hours a day or 1 hour a day. You know, it doesn't matter. Another thing to think about is whether this problem or problems impact more areas of your life, such as your career, your schooling, your hobbies, your relationships, platonic or romantic or familial, whatever. Or does it impact your sleeping? Does it impact your eating? Stuff like that. Are you struggling to take good care of yourself? Because that's problematic too. Another thing to consider is whether you have people to talk to about this issue. Sometimes things just feel too personal and you don't feel like you have anyone you can talk to. A therapist could be that person. Another thing to think about is, have you run out of ideas on how to solve this issue that you're facing? Do you feel like you're stuck in a loop or hopeless? Another question is, are you struggling to regulate your emotions, or maybe are you using substances to do that, like weed or alcohol or things like that? Another thing that might lead you to wanting therapy is experiencing a big transition in life or a big trauma. Maybe you experienced a loss, or you're just having trouble processing something in your life. Therapy could help. And one final question to ask yourself is, are you struggling in any of your relationships in life? Because therapy is great for working on relationships. So those are just a few questions that you can ask yourself to determine whether you need therapy or not. But really, like I said, everybody can benefit from therapy. And those aren't the only questions you can ask yourself. Those are just some examples. So yeah, think about it. So now you might be wondering, okay, how do I go about finding a therapist? That's a fun process, but I'm here to help kind of walk you through some potential routes to find one. One route I recommend is using psychologytoday.com. Basically, Psychology Today is a website where therapists, counselors, whatever, can pay to have like a little profile listed on that website, and their profile will say things like demographic information about them, what they specialize in or have experience with. It'll talk about insurance and costs sometimes, where they're located, whether they do telehealth, all this kind of stuff. So you can really see a wide array of therapists out there, and there's like a search function on the website where you can say, I want a female who specializes in depression that does telehealth or whatever, you know, like you can kind of nitpick different qualities that you're looking for. That said, these therapists do have to pay to be on the website. So not all therapists in your area are going to be on that website. So just keep that in mind, but I do think it's a good resource. If you're considering online therapy, I definitely recommend BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a company that I've been partnered with for a while now, done some paid collaborations, whatever, and I think that it's a great platform if you're looking to try online therapy. If you want a discount off your first month, I will have that link down in the description in case you want to check it out. So just follow that link or use my code or whatever, and you'll get a discount off your first month if you want to try that. Additionally, you can literally do Google searches for therapists. You might find some. But you can also go to like your primary care physician, your general doctor, and try to get a referral from them, because they can often do that. Or you can ask like friends or family for a referral if they have experience with finding therapists in the area, stuff like that. One thing I want to say about finding a therapist is if you've given it several sessions, like 3 or 4 at least, and you're still not feeling really heard by this therapist or like clicking with them, or you don't think you're understood by them, or whatever maybe you don't feel safe or comfortable, whatever, don't be afraid to go try somebody else. I have run through so many therapists, okay? I have had so many therapists, because when I've given it a decent shot and I realize it's not working, I'm gonna move on, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think it's important to be clear with your therapist about what you are looking for, maybe what you feel like is wrong in the relationship that you're having, that helping relationship, what you need from them that they're not giving, because maybe it's something that they can kind of cater to. So just talk to them about it first, don't just ghost them, okay? So if you're wondering about paying for therapy, I only have knowledge about the United States, how it works around here, but if you're one of the lucky ones, insurance will cover it, or a large portion of it, and you'll have a low copay on top of it. Typically a therapy session will be anywhere from like $100 to like $200, but it can be even more, and oftentimes the very first meeting you have with a therapist will cost more because it's like an assessment as well. So it's expensive, but hopefully your insurance will cover it. However, if it does not cover it, I highly recommend looking for therapists that work on a sliding scale. And on Psychology Today, you can filter by therapists who accept a sliding scale. Basically, a sliding scale is where you work with the therapist to find a price that you can afford, that they can also be okay with. And not every therapist does this. Not every therapist can accept tons of patients and do this. So just keep that in mind, but it is an option that's out there if you don't have coverage with your insurance. Now you might be wondering, okay, found myself a therapist, I found a way to pay for it, how do I get comfortable? The first thing to keep in mind with that is that your sessions are kept confidential. Unless somebody or yourself is at risk of being harmed, it's private, okay? Now, therapists are mandated reporters, so if there's something that needs to be reported, like child abuse or elder abuse or things like that, that will have to be reported. But, you know, all your dirty secrets and stuff, those are just between you and the therapist. The next thing I want you to remember is that therapists are an unbiased party. You might be like, oh, they're gonna judge me. And you know, maybe somewhere deep in their brain, they judge you a little bit. They're humans too, okay? But I will say, they're unbiased parties. They don't really they're not invested, you know what I mean? Like, they're here to help you. So keep that in mind, okay? They're here for you. Another thing that might increase your comfort level is to just go ahead and share it, man. Because getting that weight off your chest can make you just feel comfortable just like that, you know? Like, sometimes that's all it takes. But of course, other times it takes time to build this comfort level. That's normal. You're human, you're guarded, you've experienced things, you've learned things, whatever. You're gonna be a little uncomfortable at first, probably. That's okay, you've got to give it time. But now that you've got all of that figured out as far as therapy goes, you might be wondering, okay, what do I talk about in a session? So I want to start off by saying that there is nothing right or wrong to talk about in a session. It is your time, so use it how you want to. But if you want, a common thing to work on in therapy is coping skills to deal with whatever you're struggling with, because a therapist can't necessarily fix the situation, but they can help you learn how to cope with it. You can also work on bettering your relationships, processing thoughts and experiences, processing the past, overcoming trauma, getting through life transitions. If there's anything that's bothering you, like if anything is keeping you up at night or something, you know, you can make a list of those things as they occur to you. Things you want to talk about in session, just make a list in your phone so that you can whip it out in therapy and you're prepared if that would help you. But really it depends on each person, you know, so therapy is a complicated, beautiful thing. And again, everyone can benefit from it. If you have any questions about it, I might be able to answer some of those, so feel free to leave them down below in the comments. But that's all I gotta say. So I hope this video was helpful and entertaining, I guess. And if you have any video suggestions, leave those down below, and have a good day. Alrighty, bye guys.